Welcome back to Prime Time, everybody. We're here for another episode of our mapless hard mode challenge of Horizon Forbidden West. As part of this mapless challenge, I am, of course, not looking at the map. I'm closing my eyes whenever I have to open the menu and potentially could see the map. And as a consequence, I'm also not doing fast travel because that would also require me to look at a map to select where I'm going. And it's also on hard mode, which is kind of self-explanatory, I would hope. But on our last episode, we ended up starting to clear up some quests that were near the bulwark. Now that we have secured Tekote's assurances that he's going to send his warriors to the Kurut. Since I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to find my way back to the bulwark ever again. And like, I'm only half joking when I say that because it took us so long to find it in the first place. I don't think I could find it again. So there were two quests we had, actually, well, technically three, but only two we could do. But we ended up rescuing a young man who was trying to prove himself to the rest of the Sky Clan by taking on a climbing challenge because he's always been looked down on as not a warrior, someone who can't do things. And he was doing this, it was actually part of their rituals to show who's worthy of becoming a warrior. They have to climb a mountain and grab a flower that only grows at the top. And it was basically, we're climbing a mountain in a snowstorm. It was a lot of fun, but kind of a really neat side note to go with this. And I thought that this was a really nice touch, but they had a really cool bit of representation in that quest, is that the brave that was overseeing this climbing challenge for the tribe or for the clan was very subtly signaled to be someone, to be a trans woman. Which I thought was super cool, and because like the tribe didn't give a shit, and I thought that was a really nice touch. It wasn't like in your face; it was just a couple of subtle hints, and I just thought it was a neat bit of representation. I like to see games doing stuff like that, and you know, just kind of show that it's part of the human condition to sometimes feel that way. It's just that's how people are. But that was a little interesting bit to the quest that I thought was nice. The second quest was to message some braves, or to get a message to some braves who were standing watch in a tower as punishment for defying Tekote, to come back to the bulwark. And it was these braves had actually defied Tekote's order to not go to the embassy, which is where we ran into Regalla. And so it's actually kind of interesting. We don't know what would have happened if they hadn't actually defied that order and come to the embassy. The last quest involves us being able to get to the top of a mountain, but the only way to get to that mountain is allegedly on the wings of a machine. And I don't know how that's going to work, because that would suggest that we can fly on a machine. And that might be something we can't do yet, because the quest says that we can't progress it at this time. So with those cleared up and that one kind of maybe sitting for a little bit, that last quest sitting for a bit, we started our long trek back to Memorial Grove, and oh boy, was this a long one. I got out of the little valley area where the bulwark is, got completely lost, and managed to stumble across the area where Demeter is, apparently. Which of course we can't do anything about that, though, because we're actually on our way back to the Grove to get Aether, and we can only carry one of the AIs at a time. So this happened near a cauldron, because we got a call out from Aloy about the whole this is where Demeter is. So I suspect that cauldron might have something to do with Demeter. We'll have to see, though, when we come back to that area. We continued our journey, though, back to the east. We found ourselves in a rainforest area. We stumbled across a couple of more settlements, and we passed by quite a few rebel encampments. And it was a little scary at first, and we finally found, though, a sign showing us where to go to get back to the Grove. And right as we got that sign, though, giving me a direction, I blundered into one of Regalla's checkpoints and died. It was like, this is classic Tucci that happened. because not only did it respawn me in a spot that I had no idea where it was, I couldn't find the sign again, it also took my mount. I was very upsetty spaghetti when that happened. But we hiked up our pants, we grabbed ourselves by our bootstraps, and hauled ourselves through the rainforest again, and we finally found the grove and just staggered back inside half dead. We immediately met with Hekarro, went over our plan with Katalo as well, just to figure out what we're going to do with the Kulrut. And basically we were told that the Kulrut's going to happen in this big arena behind the throne room, while Aloy and a crack team of Tanakh soldiers are going to hold a barricade on the north side, which is the most likely place that Regalla can attack from. Basically, immediately as soon as the Kulrut starts, Regalla makes her move and sends probably about a dozen machines of a bunch of different varieties. We had some Ravagers in there, some Scroungers, all sorts of different things that were in there. They just charged and attacked the checkpoint. We drove them away with some guns that they had managed to salvage from some machines, which was cool. But just when we thought it was over, there was a massive disturbance in the ground that surged towards us. They had that little kind of like push up the ground as it comes at you, kind of like tremors, that kind of thing. Obviously something tunneling underground towards the Kulrut. A machine burst out of the ground. Not entirely sure what it is because it kind of blew itself up. I think it was a rollerback, but I can't tell. And ended up destroying the entire back entrance to Hekarro's palace, forcing him to retreat as soldiers led by Regalla just poured out of the hole that was left in the ground, backed up by a Slitherfang, which we haven't seen since the opening part of the game. Aloy, with help from some of the remaining troops, though, manages to destroy the snake and charged into the palace after Regalla and Hekarro, hoping that we're not too late. We reached the throne room, found the two of them engaged in a grueling battle. Steel on steel, all that fun stuff. Basically battling out for the future of the tribe, and Hekarro was not doing so good. Aloy, being the absolute out-of-the-box quick thinker that she is, though, managed to get a hold of the plane that was dangling above Hekarro's throne and dropped it between the two of them, forcing the two fighters back and allowing Aloy and Katalo to show up as backup for Hekarro, and then Regalla had nothing. Regalla was forced to withdraw at that point, very, very upset, but she's vowed that she will return with all of her forces. So, the day is won. Hekarro grants access to the underground chamber for Aloy, and we finally get our first of the 3 AIs. We managed to convince AETHER to join the GAIA data node, and we start getting ready to head back to base. Before we leave, though, we're treated to a replay of the same vision, the hologram display that Hekarro saw when AETHER first came to the Grove, and it's a really nice message. It's basically one of camaraderie and duty and service to the people. And it was a very inspiring vision that has now galvanized the tribe against Regalla, and they are now going to help Aloy. And to that end, Katalo has now officially joined us, now that Hekarro has his marshals, and is going to be waiting for us back at the GAIA base, which is where we're going to be heading as well. So we finally got a big payoff, a big victory, and we have 1/3 of our quest completed. So let's go ahead and dive back in and see what's going on. Hey, Revolver, Gak, it's good to see you both. I hope you're having fun. It was all his own fault and it was glorious. It always is. Alright, so this should be the Grove. Yep, this is the Grove. I have a few things I did want to work on tonight in terms of goals. First, I do want to take a look at these quests and see if there's anything in here that we can clean up.
Be guided by the 10.
2, I would like to get back to the GAIA base. Hopefully we can find it without too much trouble. That shouldn't be difficult because I know roughly where it is. I do want to also check out Scalding Spear to see if Tuvok is no longer drunk. I have my doubts as to whether that's the case. And then lastly, if we can get there, I'd like to start checking out the south area, that Osram camp, because I think that that's where Poseidon
Aloy,
is. I think that that is going to be Las
do you
Vegas.
have a moment? Blood of the Ten, Aloy. Regalla denied. The truth of the visions revealed.
Heck yeah!
You have enough
Gotta love it, don't you,
mark
Decca?
all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to you, the chief still lives. And hope remains.
Yes, it does.
But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor.
Oh?
A personal one.
What do you
My
need?
grandson, Cavo. He was not counted among the dead.
But you
which
can't
means
find
he
him.
must still be with Regalla's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No,
Oh.
he joined them willingly.
That ain't
Many
good.
young soldiers who seek to
Oh.
mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hekarro cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this.
Absolutely, I'll help
Unless
you.
you'd be willing to join me.
Absolutely.
I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Cavo
This
is
is-
the last of my blood.
Absolutely. This is not a case of me helping the tribe. This is me helping you, because you have helped us. And you know what? Family's important. Making a joke, I didn't realize you were making the intro. Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to be hanging a piece of paper over the compass. That would be a little much.
What made Cavo join Regalla's rebellion?
For some, Regalla represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clans back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regalla attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Cavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
So, what you're telling me is he's just being a dumb kid.
So if Cavo didn't listen to you when he joined the rebels, what makes you think he will now?
Cavo was too young to fight during the Red Raids. War was a stranger to him. But he must have experienced the suffering it brings by now. He will listen. He must.
And what
I
if he
just have to
doesn't?
find him before it's too late.
And what if he doesn't?
You said Cavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hekarro, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then their children.
I'm sorry.
I tried
That's
to vent my
awful.
grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Cavo from following the trail of blood.
If Cavo joined Regalla's rebellion of his own accord, will Hekarro let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy, and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try.
I would be concerned that because this entire conflict stemmed from Hekarro showing mercy, he might have reconsidered that idea. That would be my... I would want to ask Chief Hekarro before doing this. That would be my thought. I'm assuming that he will accept. But ooh, that's a hell of a thing to be considered being wrong about.
I'll help you find your grandson, if I can. Where do we start?
A while back, our scouts reported Cavo's squad left one of Regalla's outposts in the hills
To the south.
His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So
Ooh.
we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Cavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
Sure. All right, outpost in the hills to the south. Yes, actually, let's go now so we don't get lost.
Good.
That would be good.
This way. The
Let's just do
outpost
it now.
isn't far.
I would have liked to have get the other quests, but I'd rather follow her there. Yeah, getting lost was pretty, was a little ridiculous. Hey, John, how you doing? I was lost for a long time. I don't know if I would call it glorious,
The
but it
rebels
was
aren't going to give up without a fight.
certainly interesting.
Then we'll have to give them one.
Oh, we will.
Bloodshed won't end until Regalla is defeated.
Overall directions are easy. Yeah, they are. It's when you get into the specifics that it becomes a little bit more...
But what matters is the soldier they took captive, Regalla. She's been their prisoner for some time now.
Uh-oh.
She's my only lead to finding Cavo.
Is this the outpost we already cleared?
And then Cavo too.
This might be the place we already took out. Because that's to the south and we're heading right for it. Just got back for some bowling. How's Horizon? It's good. We're just getting into it, though. Oh my god, it is. We've heard he took out this place. I didn't see any prisoners. Sorry.
Wait, I think I cleared this place already.
I love
I didn't
this.
see a prisoner.
I love
And the trail's
this.
gone cold.
Maybe not. Let's go take a look. We might be able to figure out what happened to her.
Oh, I love this. It is so aware of game state. Oh, this is... I love it. It's great.
Our scouts said they saw Regalla tied up at a wood post.
Let's look around.
Okay. Games and supply chest. Probably this one right here.
There. That's the post.
Oh, no Regalla, obviously. But
Obviously.
maybe the rebels moved her. I can look for tracks. There. Tracks leading away from the post.
Where do they go?
That way. They
Nice
recognize
work.
you did the thing, gives you all
Just have to
dialogue.
find someone.
Yeah, it's... I love it when games are aware of those things. Like, they pay attention to
The
that.
rope's uncut. Did Regalla escape?
Like, there is no way the game could have known I was going to do this, but they planned for it anyway. And that is just such a nice
Blood.
attention to detail.
From the rebels
Oh.
or Regalla?
I'm hoping the rebels. Let me grab that chest because I like loot. Yoink!
Dead end.
Stops here.
No. I think there's something under that wood.
Open that. It's a hatch. Well, son of a gun. That's cute. Oh, hey.
Take my hand, Regalla.
You just hiding out? Like everyone's dead and you just sticking around?
Steady now.
Where
You
are
could have
they?
called...
Chaplain? Is that you? And
Well,
with an
yeah.
outlander. Whoa. How'd you end up down there?
Rebels had me strung up. They thought I'd give up intel about lowland squad movements by letting me bake in the sun.
Ooh.
Managed to slip my bonds and make a run for it. They made me pay for that. Last thing I remember was a crack on the head and the taste of dirt. How'd you end up here?
We're looking for Cavo. His squad was last spotted leaving this outpost.
Yeah, he was here. It was his squad that attacked us on the road.
Ooh.
My comrades got away, but I was taken.
Oh, so Cabo didn't
Tied
kill
to the post
anybody.
himself. If you're looking for him, Chaplain, I'm afraid you'll only find a dead end. His loyalties are clear.
Do you know where his squad went?
I overheard them mention Fall's Edge.
Falls Edge.
Then
We've heard of that.
We'll pick the search up from there.
So Falls Edge
I'll go ahead.
was one of
and you at
the
Falls
areas
Edge,
we saw.
southwest of here.
Southwest.
If Cavo attacked her squad?
No, he's not lost to us yet. We have to find him and turn him from this path.
Okay. I'll see you there. What about What about
Okay, so
you?
we need to head to
That
Falls
wound
Edge,
needs
which
to
is
be looked at.
southwest of here.
It'll scar. I just need to rest a bit, then I'll report into the Grove. I'm telling you, Bloodhair. The chaplain might not want to hear it, but her grandson is a traitor.
I guess we'll see about that.
We'll do what we can. But if push comes to shove... Alright. Did I, like, pass it and just not notice it? Oh, it's because I got so many of these. I have a few quests that I need to work on. Just a few. But if push comes to shove, I'm push and shove him off a high cliff. Yeah, we could probably find one of those. Falls Edge to the southwest. Let's go ahead and get moving. Is there an easy way out of here? Maybe. We generally got to go that direction. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might want to get to a road that heads in that general direction, because this is a great way to get lost and not find things. And who knows, maybe we'll find something else on the way. So... south... Okay, I might have already... That's a road.
Here I come!
That's a road, right? Looks like a road. I think it's a road. Definitely a path. Oh, unknown settlement. This must be Falls Edge. I hope it's Falls Edge, because we're near waterfalls. But is it a friendly settlement?
Guess this marks the start of lowland territory.
Oh,
I could
okay.
resupply before moving on.
Oh, it's an outpost. Okay, so it's not like a real place. Lowlands Path. All right, we got a rumor.
You must be the champ.
I am the champion. Thank you for noticing.
Your actions are known across the lowlands, Easton.
Mm-hmm.
Invaded our marshals and our chief. I, for one, am grateful. So I'll
You're
tell
welcome.
You, what I see, what I know, I will share.
Oh, yeah?
That way
Thanks.
You won't be running blind. I should probably tell you. I spotted a crew of Ostrom setting up camp southwest of here. They're
Okay.
lucky Chief Hekarro tolerates Easterners. Otherwise, they'd be dead meat.
I'm sure they don't mean any harm.
Okay, so Osram to the southeast.
Maybe I should talk to them when I get a chance. Figure out what they're doing out here.
Okay, which would mean that way. Sure, why not? Let's stop by and see. Deca will wait. It'll be fine. We're just going to follow the path. And hopefully we find something. Now the question is, do we take the side path, or do we follow this? Can we get a better look at where these are going? Friggin' pig spooked me. Not a big fan of this direction.
Fire's not gonna help here.
Yeah. Not a big fan of that direction. This is where there's one stalker, there's probably multiples. Let's stick to the bigger path. If we don't find anything, we'll come on back. You're not a big fan of One Direction? Okay, Gak, okay. What is this? The shelter here. Is this where the Oseram are? I'm assuming not, but... You never know. The shelter is way further that way. No. Metal flower? Yes. Okay, so I can't do the metal flowers. That's fine. We're just going to keep going this way. And see what we find. We're still we're going southwest now. So we need to curve a bit more this way. Anybody over here? Doesn't look like it. Now we're going back more southeast. There are a lot of branching paths, and I'm not a big fan of taking any of them. What's that? No. Still got nothing? Did I piss something off? I always get concerned when I hear shit like that because, like, did I piss something off and I just don't know it? Oh, I know where this is. Oh, okay. That's the rebel camp I took out that had the dead Thunderjaw. Okay, so not this way, probably. Because we came from that direction. So, let's pop back. Let's take the little side path and see if this gets us somewhere else. Because this would be moving more in the southeast direction, I think. Because we moved a fair bit south, and now we're just going to head east. And hopefully not run into any stalkers. That would be great. Are there any Oseram up here? Oh. Oh, it's a bridge. I thought that was like ruined shit. Anything still? Okay. If I start circling back and still can't find them, I think we'll probably just, we'll table it. Oh, we're going to go right into the stalkers. Outstanding. I love it. All right, let's be careful. I'm going to leave this on. I doubt that the Oseram are this way, but I don't want to blunder into the stalkers. Because I did tag at least one. Any stalkers over here? Please don't kill me if you are. Okay. That little rumbling, is that like a stalker growl? Oh, I'm a little freaked out now. Or is that just the ambience? Okay, I think it's just the ambience. I was very concerned. Shit, something's nearby. Something's twigged to me. I think I see it right there. Got it. Is there another one? No. Okay. There's at least 2. Oh, there's one right there.
Oh, stalkers. My favorite invisible killing machines.
Oh, crap. There are 3 of them. Oh, dear God. I might be in trouble. Bad kitties. I didn't even see the other 2. They are just... And the one that went over and that and straight ahead over there, I can't even see it anymore. There's one going behind that tree. I don't even know where the third one is anymore. Stalkers are scary. They're patrolling. All right, there's one. I don't think I want this fight. Like, there's one right there in the center. You can kind of see it. The second one is right there. There's the other 2 right there. Yeah, they are all in the center. Oh, of course, that one turned towards me. Okay, let's just move away. Right there, I think. From grass to grass, I think we're home free. I think we're safe. And by safe, I mean not immediately going to be detected. God, I hate these things. All right, let's head back to Lowland's Path, and let's just keep going the same direction we were to meet up with Deka. We should probably let them know that they got a trio of stalkers over there, and they might want to be careful. Friggin' pigs spooked me again. They might want to be careful of the stalkers. Oh, you got another rumor for me? Bro, what you got?
Ah, champion.
Sure, what do you got for me?
If you travel to the coast southwest of here, you might run across a cauldron hidden in the jungle. I'd stay away from it if I were you. It looks dead and overgrown, but where there's a cauldron, there's usually some dangerous machines.
Thanks for the heads up.
I think that cauldron...
That cauldron might have machine overrides I could use.
The cauldron that
check
they're
it out.
talking about might be the same one that we saw on our way back. I think it is. Unless it's a different one. Actually, no, I think it's actually a different one. Never mind. Wow. Okay, so there's 2 other cauldrons we just learned about. Let's get back on the road and let's see if we can get over to Fall's Edge. We gotta be getting close, right? Because there's some waterfalls, but Fall's Edge was like a really big waterfall. If I remember right. Is this the hunting ground that we saw, maybe? No, it's not. What else is over this way? Like, this is really far away, actually, though. The good news is if we just follow the road, we'll be back at the grove. That was the part that I was concerned about. Shelter. Probably the same shelter that we passed, but it's on the other side of the gorge. Can we get a sign? That actually was probably a different type of bird. I should probably start taking a look for other wildlife in this area. Because I bet I could get some different craftable stuff for my... Because that sounded like a duck almost. Okay. Across the bridge.
Where's the rain? I can smell it coming.
Is that it? I think that's it. I think that's Fall's Edge. Because that is a big-ass settlement, and that looks like waterfalls. Now, you telling me that this is actually...
There's Fall's Edge. Dekka should be waiting for me in there.
Okay, so Dekka's here. This is not an outpost of the rebels. There is one a little bit that way. But not too bad. Okay. Waiting for you to just be like, can we get a sign, please, for the love of God? Next minute, a sign pops that says, eat it, Joes. That would be pretty funny, gag. Because we haven't been in here. We were at the bottom of this place. We were on the other end of the falls. But this is, I guess, the third settlement that we haven't been to. I wonder if there's actually anything worth taking a look at here as far as craftables and such. There is upstairs, it looks like a workbench and a hunter merchant. This is an alchemist. Another training pit nearby, maybe? That's the stash. Go ahead and restock. And here is our hunter merchant. Seeker hunter bow. Ooh, okay, okay. What does this get us? Gets me frost arrows. Does extra damage versus knockdown enemies can be upgraded to use advanced frost hunter arrows. Ooh, all right. Let's compare this to what we're using. The Sun Touch bow is really nice. At level 1, it is already doing as much damage with more tear as our base arrows are. At max level, it's better. It does a lot of knockdown. It has overdraw. It has 3 sockets for coils, and it basically is a shotgun at close range. So it sucks to lose crit, but that seems like a really good bow. That seems like a really good bow. Let's try it. With Frost, it can now replace the blast sling, or whatever they call it, the slingshot. Can we upgrade it, though, is the question of the day. We can, because we've done a lot of kills. Rock breakers. Okay, so we don't know what rock breakers are yet. We haven't seen those, but we're going to need them to do the other stuff. So we unlock that. Oh, behemoths. Oh, boy. Scorchers. Oh, baby. Dreadwings. Ooh. Apex Thunderjaw Heart. Oh, that's not going to be fun. Okay, so this is a good start because getting a bow that does frost is helpful. All right, we'll work on that. So that's a good way to start this. Do we want to upgrade this and just get ourselves a combat suit, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Let's upgrade this. So what we can do is that we can throw this on if we need it for doing like heavy combat. Hey, upgrade 3 outfits. Trophy obtained. Let's also take a look and see what kind of coils she has access to. If she has... Oh, she has armor that I probably should have looked at. Oops. Nothing I'm really digging. That's a little... That's got good defenses for a lot of stuff, but it's also got really bad negatives. Maybe. No, I'm not. I'm saying no for that one. It's a really cool name. I like the design, but kind of thinking no for that. You don't have any... you have traps. No coils or anything? Nothing like that? Well, let's compare this to what I've got. Oh, wait, no, I don't want a job. I want a... Compare. Wrong button. Oh, I hate to lose... Ooh. Resonator buildup? Ooh. Ooh. This takes care of my acid stuff. It has very slight weaknesses to plasma and water. Okay, I think this is actually a good buy. I think the Ostrom Striker is a good idea. Let's see what we can do to improve it.
Time you changed your look.
Completed job. Outstanding. And what is it going to take to actually upgrade this? Stalkers. Oh boy, my favorite. Rock Breakers. Behemoths. Okay, this is gonna be a long bit. Apex Stormbirds. I haven't even seen a Stormbird. Okay, so this might be a good one to put on for later. For right now, we're gonna stick with what we're already using. We're gonna go with the Nora Sentinel because it is really good for just overall stuff due to its amount of crit and archery boosts. But let's go find Deca. He is
This'll break my fall.
down here.
Through.
Listen to him, Aroke.
Not a chance.
Wait.
He's a traitor.
Wait, did we find Kava? Or are we talking to somebody about Kava?
Deca, what's going on?
Aloy, I'm glad you're here.
Ah.
This is Aroke, leader of Fall's Edge.
So you've enlisted the Chief's champion in your dull-bladed efforts.
You must be Kava
Shush.
then.
My
Oh,
grandson.
They
and a
captured him.
soldier trying to right his mistakes.
Or trying to lure us into a trap. My scouts
Wait,
caught
what?
him, sneaking around on the outskirts of the village.
I wasn't sneaking around. I was coming to warn you. The rebels are planning an attack. They're going to send a machine straight through this village. I left my post when I realized what they were planning. You have to believe me.
Where are the rebels now?
They were hunting for the machine north of here. I can show you the way.
The only thing you'll do is face trial by combat. You betrayed your clan. Your chief. Blood and blades will decide your fate.
I'll fight whoever you want after we stop the attack.
I mean, can we really take the chance that it's not a real attack?
Why destroy this village? I thought Regalla's fight was with Hekarro.
Hekarro was a lowlander before he was chief. Unlike the Desert and Sky clans. We stand behind him without question.
The
Fall's
lowlands
Edge
are
is the strategic midpoint between the
his
grove
base.
and our capital on the coast.
It's true. Our orders were to cut off Hekarro's support from the Lowland clan. but I thought that meant disrupting supply routes, not slaughtering an entire village.
You said you defected after you found out about the attack. Why'd you change your mind?
When I joined the rebels, I thought Regalla was going to lead us into battle against our old enemy, the Karja. But all we've done is kill each other. And for what? Pride? Vengeance? So when my squad leader told us about the mission to destroy this village, I left my post.
God, he's
Don't
such a
believe his
stupid
lies.
kid.
Anyone who deserted the tribe to join Regalla knew exactly what they were getting themselves into.
He's a stupid
everyone.
kid. I believe him.
If Cavo is telling the truth, this whole village is in danger. We have to find and stop these rebels.
The rebels built a campfire north of the river, near the cliffs. I can show you the way from there.
North of the river by the
Okay.
cliffs.
Open it up, or okay?
No. I won't give him the chance to escape. The traitor stays here until his trial by combat.
Then I invoke blood for blood. I will take Cavo's place until he returns.
You're making a mistake, Chaplain. The clan needs your guidance, not the lies of this bare-armed boy.
The right
Then
has
it's
been
her
called.
mistake to make.
Cavo will go with Aloy.
Then I'm going to. If the boy speaks truth, you'll need my blade. If he lies, I'll run him through. I must make arrangements here first.
Honestly, that seems fair.
Then I'll bring the boy to the meeting place.
Fine. I'll see you there.
Head north towards the cliffs. Alright, so let's... I guess we'll just head straight north and see what we can find. Hopefully it's not too hard to figure out where they are. So, there's the river. Is there a path north? Or is it just I go through the brush? Looks like I might just be going through the brush. There is a camp that way, but I think that's a little too far from where we want to go, so I'm just going to start heading... Wait, there's a path. Never mind, there is a path. I just need to cross this. Now I can head north. God, this is such a pretty biome. I love it. What's nice is you don't see the corruption. The corruption...
Cavo mentioned should be nearby.
The corruption hasn't apparently made it this far.
Someone's waiting ahead. But not Cavo or Roque.
Uh-oh. Who is it, then? Uh-oh.
Rebels. Friends of Cavo's. Might have to take them out to get to that campfire.
Oh, we taking them out, all right. Right. Is that it? I don't think there's any more.
Should we go and check? No, our orders were clear. We hold this position until they arrive.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for him to pass by. Oh, I want him to turn a little bit, I think. And y'all are just really bad at this.
What's the word?
Get him.
This isn't gonna be your day.
Oh, what? Did they seriously not know there's something going on? Oh, now they do. Alarm! One, two. Oh, there's three. Okay. Oh, nice hit. Jesus. Good combo, sir. One, two, three. Ow. Okay, so apparently they can knock shit back. One.
These rebels waiting to ambush whoever showed up? Cavo has some explaining to do.
A little
Better
bit.
campfire for him and Oroke.
I've definitely got some concerns. Because if that wasn't what was going on here, then we need an explanation as to why they were here in the first place. Because they don't just sit out here on the road typically waiting for people, especially at a campfire. Normally they're going somewhere or they're at a base. Oh, it is raining. I mean, it is raining, yeah. It is raining, Kirby, but still.
Found a few of your friends when I got here, Cavo. You're not off to a great start.
They must have been out on patrol. I swear on the 10, I didn't know they'd be here.
What did I tell you? His lies are an open sore. Better we cauterize it now than let it fester.
We still
No.
don't know for sure.
I'm telling the truth.
Untie him.
As you say.
Nipple!
But this is a mistake.
A little bit, probably, possibly. I don't know, we'll find out.
And my weapon?
If
No.
you think
Just
No.
give it to him, Oroke. We need to get moving.
I don't know if I agree with this one, Aloy.
lead the way.
Just remember, Cavo, if you are playing us, you go down first. I will make sure of that.
Up this way.
Ooh, nice
Where are you
valuables.
leading us?
The rebels are stationed at the nearby cliff falls. I took this path when I left my post. The others won't be expecting anyone to come this way.
Why not?
Or they are, and will be skewered the moment we arrive.
Why aren't they
There's the
expecting
cliff
anybody?
falls.
Just because it's
And there's no
cliff?
one there, as I suspected.
Let's just keep going.
I don't like this.
You don't like anything, but I get it. I don't like it either. I'm a way better climber than these people, apparently. Just across. Yeah, this whole place is deserted. This isn't a camp I came through, is it? I don't remember this one.
Where is everyone?
No rebels.
Oh, nope, there they are.
Over there, by the falls.
Oh. Ho, ho,
If that thing
ho.
runs through Fall's Edge, the village stands no chance.
Then we stop.
Okay, we fought a behemoth before. It was not fun.
And I'll make this go quick.
Nothing will stand in our way now! Grab your gear. We march on Fall's Edge.
How much time do I have to pull this off, or are they just going to hang out for right now? If I have everybody marked, you might want to get down, buddy. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, so the good news is that it's turned away. I might be able to get one of them. Oh, nope, it's coming this way, of course. Is there actually anything that I want to keep it... Destroyed when killed. Force loader. Okay, so I want to take those out. Acid canisters. chill water. Can I mark more than one thing at a time? Okay, yes I can. So fire and corruption. What do I... or acid, I guess, technically. What do I got to work with? I think it might be time for me to take off the sharp shot bow. And let's see, do I have anything with acid right now? A little bit, not great. Not a great start. Can I do anything to make that a better bow? Do I have any acid coils? I do. That'll help a little bit. I think we're just gonna YOLO it now. Yeah, here we go.
We're under attack!
Oh, Jesus.
Let them right to us.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay, there goes, like, all of my... I need to take out some of the dudes.
Move it!
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, come on! Thanks for helping at least a little bit. I need... Ow. Come on. Climb. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Critical. There we are. How do you like it? Nice shot. How you like mine? I'm just gonna... Y'all get up in a second, right? Ow. Yikes!
I'll cut you down.
All right, we're actually going to switch to the tear bow. Oh, me. At least I got a good place to run around. Oh, God, what the heck hit me? Wow! Trying to knock these damn things off. Okay, at least got the iframe on that. Turn, turn, turn. Ow. I don't like these things at all. I hate these things. Just need him to fall down.
So you don't run out.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. I need y'all to do a better job of distracting, thank you. The AoE on this thing is insane. Okay, we're done with that. Oh, it's doing the damn machine gun nonsense. Oh, come on. No. Don't just run around the other side, sir. That's cheating. Oh, did you knock it down? Nice. Oh, I missed. Get closer, thank you. All right, cool. We got the brittle. Nice. I just got. Get around behind something. Oh, we almost got it. A little bit more. Ow. Don't kill me like right now, please. I would be so upset.
We did it.
Ooh. Trying to pick up all the loot. Horse loaders, very nice.
Cavo,
Oh,
you're bleeding.
you okay,
I'll
Cavo?
be fine. What matters is the attack was stopped.
Oh,
Because of your warning, you saved many lives today.
Come on. Let's get you back to Falls Edge.
Okay, so you believe him now?
I cracked some
Oh,
ribs,
please don't
too.
die. Please don't die
Go
right
on
now.
ahead. I'll see him back to the village.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. I'll let Decca know what happened.
All right, let's pick up the rest of our loot. Because there is a lot of it. We got at least a few of the force loaders, which is nice. Let's see, what else is out here? We also killed a bunch of troops. So hopefully stuff that we can take back and sell. Can we take this stuff with us too? Ooh, metal buy. Yeah. All right, so that actually was, while very difficult, not an awful fight. Behemoth is easy. I don't want to go that far yet. I don't quite follow how I'm supposed to dodge or deal with most of their attacks. Unless I'm just supposed to just know the iframes and get it that way. I'll take 5 behemoths at once over a tremor tusk. No, I will not. I promise you I will not take that bet. I will 100% take the tremor tusk over 5 of those. Because even if I know how to fight the behemoths, 5 of them is too many to deal with. Unless I get some really good gear later on that just makes it to the point of they just don't do damage and I can one-shot them or something. Oh, there's so much loot. I love it. Refill our stock on berries too while we're at it. And that might be it for loot. That was a pretty big amount of loot. I guess we're going to go ahead and get ourselves back to Falls Edge. Ow. Thank you.
3 leave, only you return?
It's fine, it's fine.
Cavo was telling the truth. The rebels had a behemoth. Cavo was injured in the battle, but we stopped the attack. Aroke...
Regrets that he doubted the boy. Your grandson proved himself to be honest and brave, Chaplain. He's loyal to the lowland.
So you'll release him?
He's earned his freedom. But
I'd
it'll
say that's
take
trial
many
by
more deeds
combat.
to earn back the rest of the clan's trust.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Good boy. Good boy.
Thank you, Aloy.
Indeed. Baal's Edge owes you a great debt. May this begin to repay it.
Thank you.
I'll take skill
As
points.
soon as you're healed, I have so much to show you.
Welcome back, Cavo.
Blood for blood completed. How many skill points do I get? Any? I got 2. Cool. All right, so I've got a crap ton of skill points because I got a level out there as well. So actually, let's take a look and see if there's anything in here we really want. Not so much on the food duration. What about some of the stuff in here? Energized duration, maybe. We got some stuff in here we could definitely pick up. What about some more of the hunter stuff? You're going to throw the corned beef in a pot with some water and golden syrup to counter the saltiness, and it comes out nice, sweet, and savory. Normally turn it into sandwiches. Sounds tasty, that's for sure. Let's grab these. 400% recovery speed, jeez. Weapon stamina, that would be nice. Ammo expert is good. Heavy weapon, not so much sold on those. Okay, that sounds kind of cool, but I don't think it would be super useful. Because part of the issue with this weapon, the bolt blaster, is that I don't want to stand still a lot. But that sounds really cool. That, however, sounds not bad. Knockdown shot. Okay, okay. Some of these weapon arts are actually not bad. That's cool. Spread shot. Let's see what else we can do. Valor on impact, low health regen, low health melee. Medicine capacity, yes! I like having more medicine. Yeah, I thought about the shotgun thing, Gak. I just didn't... I don't know if I want it. Maybe later. Oh, we got a perimeter tripcaster. Shield wires can be fired from certain tripcasters that are in an energy shield between 2 points. The shield will block all projectiles or explosions, but cannot stop physical attacks. If the shield absorbs too much damage, either from you or your enemies, it will explode. Oh. Well, that's really neat. Huh. That's a neat idea. I like that idea. We'll have to see if the using those will be good. Problem is there's so many different ammo types, it's going to be so hard to set up a build that uses all of them. And that's my concern. But I think we're going to head back to Memorial Grove, and then I think I want to head back towards Gaia's little base. So let's get going and see what we can find. Now we're crossing back into... the scrubland. And so if we follow this, it should loop back into the forest areas by the grove. Oh, hello. Grab it. Thank you. Oh. Got it! Oh! Oh, that was a great shot. I didn't get that one, though. Where'd it go? Are you kidding me? Where'd it go? Oh, did I just get robbed? Oh! I got robbed! I'm getting it. I got motherfucking robbed. Because that was absolutely my kill. Okay, so there's the tall neck. I might have actually gone a little bit too far. So we need to go through the Thunderjaw territory. There's Scalding Spear, though. Ooh. Oh, that's a good spot for us to stop back. Owies. Oh, owies. Oh. Again, that was not very nice. I think I might actually have a concussion now. One of these days I'm gonna catch it. It's not this day. Okay. I feel like I'd like to walk past this and not fight the Thunderjaw. But a small part of me also would like to try fighting it. If it's not an Apex, I'll try it. As long as it's a regular, I'll try it. Can I get a scan? It is a regular. Kick its butt, I'll try. It's gonna be a tall order, I think. I do have some spots to hide. Okay, so I can't do multiple arrows for this, unfortunately.
Taking down a Thunderjaw is always a good challenge.
Oh yeah, you could say that. There's one! Ooh, hi! He's getting close. Gonna try to put some shit between me and him. Cool. Oh, I got the top part taken off. There goes the other launcher. No, not quite. Oh, he's trying so hard. Oh, he's just trying so hard. He's doing his bestest. I'm bullying? Not really. He's a little mentally challenged. I want him to look at me so I can get the other side of... Oh, did I already knock it off? I might... No, I didn't. Oh, I missed. I'm trying to knock off that other launcher because his launchers are really annoying. I think I hit it. Yep. Cool. All right, got it off. That was the part I was really concerned about. Oh, he is so mad at me. He is so incredibly mad. Nice hit! We're also going to try for that tail. But that is going to be significantly harder to get. Especially since he's going to be really mad at me now. He is really going to be mad. Oh, crap, I missed. Fight! The Fanghorn found me. Was really hoping. Oh, hi. He found me too now. Nice try. Good aim. Oh, he moved. The last second. Ow. You are being a bastard.
There it goes.
Okay, took off another component. Trying to see if I can get the tail, and he is just being very difficult about it. Oh, the Fanghorns are coming to play now too. Cool. I'm done playing with it. Oh, the poor Thunderjaw. Oh, ouch! Okay, I was not expecting that hit. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want that. Oh, come on, stop moving for a second, sir. Come on, I keep getting really close. Ow. I got run over. Good hit. Oh crap. Oh, that's not good. He's got both of his cannons up now. Oh boy. Now he's really upset. Now he's really upset. Stay there just a little bit longer. Don't move, don't move. Oh my god, how did I miss? How did I miss? Oh, and I'm out of terror arrows now. Fuck me. How the fuck did I miss? That was a gift. That was a motherfucking gift. It was a motherfucking gift. bit more. Got the tail. Okay, now we just fight. Ooh, Jesus! Okay. We playing now. Did I hit that? No, I didn't. I think I hit that one. We're just gonna keep moving for a minute. And I spit this gift horse's face? Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how that worked. Cool, got another part taken off. Oh. Oh, do I want to be ballsy? Okay, no, I don't want to be ballsy right now. Let's get behind cover for a second. I need to get this goddamn fanghorn out of here before it gets me killed. Oh, ouch. Oh, he looked through the side. These things are not playing. Oh, hi. Hello, how are you doing, sir? Okay, got him out of here. Now here is the question. Do I go for the full ballsy approach and try to shoot the spark shit under him? Oh, that seems like a really bad idea. Especially since he's right here! Wait, those aren't sparks, are they? Oh, crap. Okay, let's scan this really quick. Oh, it's chill water is what it is. Oh, that was not good. That was not smart of me. That was so not smart of me. Okay. That's chill water. Oh, he face checked. He face checked. Did I hit it? I think I got it. Yes! Holy hell, the damage! I think we've got this. All of it is, of course, predicated on under the idea that I don't get hit from downtown with a goddamn rock, and I don't fuck up. Oh, don't you dare! No! No! Oh, thank God. The game gods have been so nice to me today. Dak, you're on my shit list right now. And we got it! Trying to sabotage my Thunderjaw at the last second, you bastard. I am not an over-leveled boy. I am 33. My gear is not amazing. I am not over-leveled, sir. You can take that assertion and fuck right off. That is the first legit Thunderjaw I've killed. Ooh, okay, you know what? I'm tired of your malarkey. Aloy, you need to get more accurate. Like, that was dead center. And you just blew.
Grab this on the go.
Oh. That's cool. Where did that fang horn go? There it is. This might be fun. Okay, that was cool. I see why they I see why they like to use them. Oh, I had another one. Oh, that's right, because they got two. Okay, these are really satisfying. I understand why the Thunderjaws use them so much. Oh, that's great. Let's head back to Scalding Spear. I think we've done enough work for now. Tuvok, where are you? Is that you over here? Follow Jataka. Is my box over here? Over here. Let's restock things. They fall off the platform, too. Restock everything. Let's, those are tools. Let's put these in. Mark to store, mark to store. And then, can I pull out medium and large potions? Yes, please. I can't have any more? Okay, there we go. I took some more.
Hey, stranger. Are you looking to trade?
You got anything good? Purge water. I'm kind of looking to get up to purple stuff if you've got it. Vanguard Hunter Bow. Ooh, that'd be a nice replacer. Death Rattle Warrior Bow. Corrosive Blast Sling. Ooh. I don't have any Tide Rippers, though, so that's actually a problem. So, I won't be able to take those. Let's sell our stuff, though. 300, not bad. We'll take it. Oh, he went back to his original location, it looks like.
She's with me.
Draka's not the only one with harsh words for your commander.
The desert has bred survival into our clan's blood. We spit at death and charge into battle.
Oh, don't get stuck.
Too eagerly.
Oh, okay. He just... I feel like that he's in the wrong location to get to places. Like his starting location is wrong. And so he just kind of walks in... He follows his path differently than he should. And I think that that's how he gets stuck. But I don't know. We'll see. I really hope he finds his way correctly this time. Where are you going? Did you just... I really do think he's drunk. Yeah, I think he's gonna get stuck again, isn't he? Certainly feels like it. Alright, Tuvok, we tried. Quest is clearly broken. Which really sucks. That's really annoying. It's over here. Still farther. Whatever. I don't care enough. I'd like to just get back to my horse, I think. Horsey. You're horsey.
Your enemy's fault.
Isn't there like an icon for where my horse is? Where'd it go? J.E. Jataka is the dude's name. It is Jetaka. Like, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It's fine. It's very annoying, and it's one of those... It's some of the issues I have with the game, of the fact that shit like that has been happening. And I think my horse is gone. Cool. Alright, well, let's see if we can figure out how to get back to Gaia base. I feel like the answer is east, primarily. But we'll see if we can find some landmarks and get there. Some people say save reload to fix, others say quick travel. I don't care enough. Oh, there's my horse. I came out the wrong side. Okay, that's why. I thought when the icon disappeared, it meant it took my horse. No, apparently it was just too far away. Okay, if it brought me back this far, you know, we'll try it once. We'll see what happens. Because there should be a save in here.
With everything that's happened, I feel like I need to do more. You up for a game of strike
Okay. Fire is up there, isn't it?
I needed the practice.
We'll try save and reload once and see what I get out of it. If it works... Oh, no, it is down here. Oh, that's the save. So we'll try a very quick save and reload and see if that fixes Jataka. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, then we're just going to say no. So that's the save we just made. What happens? see. Okay, so he's back in his original spot. See, I don't understand.
She's with me.
Why is he
Buck is
going
not the
all
only
the
one
way
with
over
harsh words for your
here?
commander.
The
If he's
desert
just
has
trying to
bred
go up there.
survival into our clan's blood. We spit at death and charge into
No,
battle.
he's gonna do it again, isn't he?
Maybe a little too eagerly.
Yeah, he's gonna do it again. Yeah, his pathfinding is just messed up, so it is what it is.
This is your opportunity to buy fine goods, Outlander.
Yep, now he's gonna go downstairs. Like, something is buggered up on his pathfinding because that's where he started, is down there. And now he's gonna come back up. And he's gonna go to the side. And he's gonna get stuck right here. Yep. Whatever, I don't care that much. That's really shitty. But whatever, nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, basically, is the point. We're finally back to the base. That's the important part here. We have things that we can do. We have Katalo is here. We have an AETHER subroutine for GAIA. We're in good shape.
Like this? Oh.
Oh. Hey, Aaron!
You're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
God, I love Aaron. He's such a good dude.
Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
You'll get it, buddy. See? He's getting it.
It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha.
Found what?
They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Oh my god.
Aaron.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And you're here.
Yeah, you
The
noticed.
world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
No.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom.
Did Katalo
You
show
should know
up?
your Tanakh friend arrived.
Good, he did.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
Nah, he's a good dude.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks
Let's
like
go
you've
check in
got
with
things
him.
under control. I should get this to GAIA.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with GAIA to find out more about the land gods.
Okay.
So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training.
Ooh.
Come along.
Okay.
Some very special one-on-one training, right?
Oh, and I delivered your message to Talana. She headed for that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
Oh, that's awesome. We were going to go back there.
Focus thing's trying to kill me.
You did almost drown it in beer.
Not on purpose.
Collected supplies. Ooh. Oh, that's awesome. God, I love Aaron. He's such a...
Hey.
A nice place.
He's got a good heart.
It's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. It is a lot to take in.
A little bit.
But don't worry. That's nothing I can't handle.
Right. I was hoping you could help me with something. It's about the Tenakth rebels.
Okay.
And it also has to do with the Oseram.
Really? That doesn't sound good. Let me know what I can do to help.
Ooh. Oh.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
That doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I still try to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do. Sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah.
Erend, you are already useful. You have been such a big help, dude. Just tell him, Aloy.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You and me both.
That would be very nice.
How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Unlikely, yeah. He'll be okay with this.
So, you've met our new Tenakth friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
We've been through a lot together already, so I trust him.
So, Talana came by the base?
I'm more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
I discovered an Oseram militant group. They call themselves the Sons of Prometheus.
Oh, they're
It looks
Oseram!
like they're the ones overriding machines for the Tenakth rebels. They're
That's what she
with ancient
meant.
Tech, and they're as anti-Carja as it gets.
So, last year we stopped Durval and his cronies from blowing up Meridian in retribution for the Red Raids. And now you're telling me we have another group of Oseram trying to wipe out the Carja with an army of machines and bloodthirsty Tenakth?
Pretty much.
Well, that's just great.
Is there any way you can help me find out who they are? Anything to track them down and stop them.
Well, I could have the Vanguard check Chain Scrape and Barren Light in case they're moving any supplies through there. But if they are, I'll bet they're being careful about it.
I'm sure they are, but we'll figure it out.
They have focuses too. Makes it easier for them to evade guards and patrols.
But we can
Hold
scan
on.
for them.
Way back when we
Yeah.
first met, you came looking for me in Meridian because you detected Olin's focus with yours, right?
Smart dude.
So does that mean that if I go back to the Daunt with this,
You could scan for other focuses.
and
God,
if
Aaron is
Oseram
smart.
is wearing one of these, they'd have to be a part of that Prometheus group.
Yep.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I've been known to have those once in a while.
Just let me know if you find anything.
You got it.
All right.
Let me know if you find any Sons of Prometheus in the Daunt. I'll keep scouting those rebel camps.
Be careful.
So it sounds like as we progress more of this, if we stop back here periodically, he's going to have stuff for us to do.
Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl. How's, training with Zoe?
You know we really are training. Mostly.
Mostly.
Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course.
I'm sure there's no other benefits involved, right?
You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility.
Yeah,
Guess they
I
lied
guess it
about
makes
what happened to
sense.
their ship too. But still, the tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough.
Fingers crossed we can do it.
I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
Yeah, because his mother is just an absolute terror. I was playing the first game not too long ago, and I ran into her for the first time. She is tough as nails.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready.
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most.
Oh, I believe
But I'm
it.
hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
Despite his demeanor, the Oseram as a group are generally very clever.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
All right, carry on.
Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Erend stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
All right, where is... Oh, there she is. Can I talk to you? I have to go around, okay.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Is it
Have
now?
you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Zoa's best girl, Kotallo's best boy. I have a hard time disagreeing with you, Gak. Though, I mean, my man, Erend, he has been with us since the beginning. I love that dude.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
So what do they mean when they say glyphs? Because do they mean just lettering? Like an alphabet? Or does it mean something else?
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them
Hey Jay,
like
what's
the land
up?
gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
It's how the old ones did it.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe.
Well, I
To
mean,
think that
space
there are places
travel
among the stars where
kind
life
of is
can
hard to
bloom
figure
as it
out.
does here. It is humbling, to say the least.
Just getting comfy in bed.
Such life should be bent
getting
on
comfy in
destroying
bed is
ours.
the best. The game is going awesome. I love the lore. I'm getting a little frustrated with some of the jankiness at times because, like, we've had some quest spray, we've had some animation issues and just climbing problems. But the lore and the narrative is so good that I'm looking past it for now. And the world itself is just beautiful.
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes, the Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids.
Right now, we're just
Thal tells
working
me
on
that
some
she
big
too
payoffs
suffered at the hands of the Mad
from
Snake.
a main quest we did.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me.
We'll meet up with Talana a little bit later, I'm thinking.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
Saw you pop up on Wolong and started it today. Did you enjoy it? I did. I really enjoy the Neo subgenre of Souls-likes that Wolong is part of. It is a nice combination of Neo and Sekiro to me, which feels quite lovely. I played it long enough that my controller died. That should tell you something. And I haven't done that before.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
Yeah, the optimization is not great. It will get better because let's be honest, folks. No PC game launches in a truly polished state. It just doesn't happen. It always takes some performance patches to get it up to spec because there's only so much you can test. I have to lower it to bare minimum settings and 30 FPS to get it to run fairly smooth on my system, and I get it. It's going to get better, though. They're going to come out with patches because that's what they always do.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine.
She's not a
In
fan of
this
him.
case, a very loud friend.
Yeah, she isn't a fan of Erend, unfortunately. I never played Hades on PC, so I can't speak to that one, Gak. I don't know. I just know that I have not played a PC game in the past at least 5 years that was smooth on launch. Oh, I don't care that much. We've actually already done some of that talk.
I should probably go.
I shall return to our training then.
Well, I've got Hades. I've just got it on Switch. So I don't know if the proper term is beaten, but I have accomplished the main quest goal. Arc is always smooth on launch. That is a lie if I've ever heard it. Oh, the focus. That's right. We're gonna unencrypt it.
The focus I got from the Sons of Prometheus is encrypted. But with a little time, I should be able to hack it.
Okay. What do we need to do? Just let it sit?
There. Got it.
Oh!
Aloy, it seems you've recovered some property that doesn't belong to you.
Oh, you're not surprised to see me? You know, after you tried to sell me out to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab?
Hardly. When I realized the lone huntress had been raiding Regalla's camps, I knew you had escaped. Subtlety is not your strong suit. From now on, I suggest you stay away from rebel operations. You're meddling with something you don't understand.
What I understand, Silence, is that you've doled out machine overrides to dangerous people, and stoked up a tribal civil war. Again. I'm gonna put a stop to it.
Fine. Stubbornly blunder ahead as usual. Your efforts will only slow the inevitable. A warning, though. The Sons of Prometheus are very tenacious, and they want your head. There's nothing I can do about that now.
Oh, I'm scared. What will I do without your protection?
You should be scared, Aloy. More than you realize. But I have better things to do than educate you. Best of luck flailing about in the fog of ignorance.
Ow!
I suggest
One of these days,
that you
I'm gonna
kindly
shove that thing
fuck
in my
off before I put an arrow in your temple. You arrogant shit.
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room.
And if the Sons of Prometheus would like to come a-calling, they are welcome to anytime. I will put my boots so far up their ass, they will be tasting my leather. 'Cause fuck them. I'm done.
This is
Examine
the
token.
passage that Vishav gave me at the embassy.
Oh, that's cool. So this is like a collectibles thing.
He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home.
Yeah, he was. Another reason I'm going to put Regalla's head on a pike. Okay, we're good on stash. You finished Chained Echoes? I've heard it's pretty good. I don't know much about it, though. I've heard it's very good, actually.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, this is just a collectibles thing, it looks like. This is cool, though. Oh, place
I've been
pendant.
carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here.
The must-have / play. I'll take a look at it, then. I don't know very much about it, so... I also don't really have money for games, so... Which is why I was so excited to play Wo Long, because I was not expecting to get it, that's all.
The old ones like to dance.
Yeah, I don't think you understand. Like, I have nothing right now.
Don't tempt me.
Unfortunately, I do not have any funds to spend on any games right now. Oh, fabrication terminal. That's right. Let's check out some of our overrides. See if we can upgrade those.
Looks like this room's changed.
Oh, hey,
Is that
Katalo.
you're doing, Gaia?
Yes. I have a...
Okay. Ooh, we can. Oh, we can't fit. We still need stuff. Well, we can get this one at least. So we finished that override. We got to kill more wide maws and plow horns. Okay. So we'll have to take note of that. We need horns and... Okay, so plow horn, horns, and wide maw tusk. We're going to need some of those.
Repurpose the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Gaia. Like, I'm at the point that we actually had a conversation about trying to figure out budgets and stuff because I don't have any money. And that at the end of this month, I'm actually going to be out of... I'm not going to have any funds coming in, unemployment or otherwise. So I need to either find something, swallow my pride, and apply for some place like Walmart, or I don't know. So let's see, is this the exit to the east? Where was the there's stairs, I think, that take us up, right? No, that's the way. Where exit, I thought? Yes, right here. I think this is how we get upstairs to see Gaia. I didn't fall down that time. Nice try, John. Nice try. Hey, there's Gaia.
Welcome back, Aloy.
Let's plug it in.
Are you ready? Please merge ether with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Oh? Hey, Biggin, what's up? Good to see ya. Okay, that's one. We got two more we gotta find.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Ooh,
Aletheia.
what?
That's one of the subfunctions you couldn't detect before.
Yes.
1 down, 3 to
The
go?
transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
SOS.
Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility.
Mountain northwest.
A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
We don't have a choice. If it is Aletheia, we have to take a look. Because not having access to it is, or getting access to it is a big deal. Because it also keeps it out of the hands of the Zenith folks. Because they have a Gaia kernel, but they need the subroutines to be able to capture Hephaestus just like us. If we can capture all of the subroutines, we can stop them from getting Hephaestus, which is the game changer. So this is a big deal. Not much, just woke up chilling your night off. Well, I hope you get a chance to enjoy your night off, Biggin. Thanks for being here. I got a good feeling about this, hopefully, John. My only thought, though, is that it could be a trap set by the Zenith people, but it seems a little too... maybe a little too obtuse, because they've made it too difficult to decode the message that it doesn't seem like a great trap.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
There's a third option. Well, and then, well, maybe not a third option, but what if Aletheia, because Gaia absolutely pinged and looked around looking for the subroutines. What if Aletheia heard that and realized that Gaia is still active? It could absolutely be the Zeniths, but it feels a little too convoluted. Like, we could go in circles about this. It could be a trap. It could not be a trap. We could do that until the sun explodes, but we're going to have to go check it out.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab.
So it's possible.
It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
That's my thought, too.
So maybe it's not them, then.
We could go in circles on this question. Would the Zeniths even know of the jargon of the old world? I would expect that while they may not use it, they would absolutely have data on it, Kirby. That's my thought. But it is a good point. It would require a lot of thought to come up with a deception this detailed. But then there's also the other thought. It could be the Zeniths, but it also could be real. The Zeniths could have captured Aletheia, and we need to go get it. And maybe they haven't merged it yet.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest.
I like how Florida's gone on this map.
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance.
Okay.
Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
A code for a door? A room number? 237. We'll have to... I'm gonna jot that down. 237. Of course, Florida's gone. They got rid of all the trash they could in the future. Fair enough, Gak. Well played.
All right.
Take a look, though.
I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
We got backup?
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses.
All right, let's go.
That you should not investigate this
Let's
alone.
go.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Aletheia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
And we're doing it now so you can't go to sleep with us and sneak off.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Sounds like a plan to me. So here's my... Oh, we completed the quest. Oh, I didn't realize we hadn't completed it already. We had to return Gaia first, or stuff to Gaia. Oh, that's a lot of experience. I'm going to vote right here that we change what our plan was. I was going to head south back to the Oseram and meet up with Talana and see if I could find Poseidon. I think that this is a better idea. Let's change our focus. Absolutely accepted. And let's head to see if we can find Aletheia instead. Let's... Oh, hit the wrong thing. I closed my eyes before the stuff came up. Sorry. Let's see if we can get some more stuff out of here that we want. What is that? Braced shot. Nah. I don't really like sharp shot bows. That might be worth having for bows. Quiet Spear. Yeah, let's get Quiet Spear. And so, Radial Blast. Oh, boy. Oh, that looks cool. They picked up on her stubbornness, absolutely. Yeah, they ain't getting fooled. Examine Cyclops console.
Gaia.
What is this?
What is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
The drones!
So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions.
Okay.
I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. I think I can reconnect some of them already. And it seems like they're
okay, yeah, we know there's more out there. But what does that do for us?
There we go. More data for the dome.
What is this? Okay. What does that do?
Good choice.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's a collectible thing. It just shows what the... It changes the picture in the dome. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's get this quest turned off. Oh. Oh, they're not even letting me do these other ones. I have to do Cradle of Echoes now. This is cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is so pretty. All right. Yeah, mandatory quest to completely hijack what we were going to do. I didn't even have a choice on this one. West door. All right. Welcome to the holodeck. Man, I would love a holodeck.
I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Okay.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
That's part of GAIA.
What's it for? Is it this one? Nothing
Looks like
in
someone's
here.
made this space their own.
Oh, this is probably
I see
Zoe.
you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy.
Ooh. Oh.
I believe they wanted private accommodation.
Zoe and Varl. Oh, they've moved in already. Holy cats.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be
He's
good.
so not. He's. I love him. He is just. His character is just perfect. I love it. Like oh. You didn't even need to travel. They're
This
just gonna send us
distress
there.
call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Uh-oh. Something's shooting it. Something, but it doesn't... Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's one of the zeniths.
What the hell?
Wait. They actually hurt her. Electricity? Is that the answer?
Well, that takes the keg.
Hey, we're back from an adventure and we need drinks.
Hey, welcome on in, folks.
Varl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
You caught us in the middle of a cutscene here, but welcome on in, Little Buffalo Emmy. Thanks for the raid. Cheers. Thanks for stopping by. Anybody who doesn't know who I am, my name is Tusa Prime. We play a whole bunch of RPGs here typically on the channel. So if that sounds like something you enjoy, please grab yourself a seat, grab yourself a drink. Let's have ourselves some fun. We're currently playing through Horizon Forbidden West with no map on hard mode because I hate myself and I wanted a challenge. What were you up to tonight? Oh, you were doing Horizon as well. Oh, well, that explains it. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, no map. Yeah, it's been a trip. It's been a trip. This is episode 12? 11? You finished it tonight. Ooh, very nice. We just got back to GAIA and are able, and with our first AI subroutine. And so we got the message about Aletheia, and we're coming up to investigate what's going on with Varl and Aaron. And I have a feeling we might be walking into a boss fight of some sort. I'm not sure. But I'm really enjoying the story and everything, and I can't wait to see what's happening. But that sounds awesome. I hope you enjoyed it, because the game itself, it's got some jank to it. A little more than I like in my games sometimes, especially this far after release. But there's so much fun narrative stuff. The lore is amazing. The environments are gorgeous. I love just immersing myself in this. First playthrough on hard, yeah. I play most games on hard difficulty to start if I can. Just because I find, for me personally, most games, when they are tuned to be a little too easy for me, on normal difficulty. And I have played the first one, so I kind of have a good idea what I'm getting into. It's a little It can be a little rough at times, but it's working out pretty good. Oh yeah, there's some weird stuff, but the Horizon games are still my second favorite series. I don't know. Yeah, it's really fun. I really love the first one. It was actually one of the first games I ever streamed when it came out, back in 2017. And I've been waiting to play this for quite some time. I've actually had a PS5 for almost a year at this point, and I'm just now getting around to it. So, but I'm really looking forward to seeing where this is going to go, because it looks like Regalla's rebels have managed to find themselves a Far Zenith person and maybe even took her out, because she got a little too confident in what was going on. So we'll have to see what happens.
We'll check out the battlefield.
They gut stabbed her, but
That's Zenith.
my first instinct is that if they have shield technology, they have the ability to heal
Obviously
themselves.
more Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't
Fought
make
is
it.
probably an overstatement.
Snow's melting on my clothes. Great.
Oh, she is actually dead. Okay. Okay.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield.
So we want to take a look at what their weapon
Why
was.
was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she could make it come and go.
Hello,
Oh,
Verbena? What do you
it's
have for me?
gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign
Well,
of the
go do your
asset.
thing.
Can we call
I'll
off
wait
this
here.
pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
So who is Gerard? Is that the dude who was calling the shots back at the Hades vault? Or is it somebody else? Well, have fun prepping for D&D. Thanks for stopping by again. And I absolutely will enjoy my journeys. I've enjoyed it so far.
One's working for Silence.
Okay.
Looks like his focus was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
So is this a new weapon that
Whoever's
Silence came up?
hiding out, probably.
Alright, so what did they come up with? It seems like just an electrical weapon. Maybe supercharged, but electrical.
The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Can I just shoot it with a cold arrow? Would that work? Ooh. Oh, that's right. We can finally take a look at one of those machines. We haven't had a chance to examine one of these up close. I'm impressed that they took it down. And this might be why Silence was telling us to back off.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Aletheia, obviously. Like, come on, Aloy. You're smart. Use that head of yours. You're way smarter than that. You know better. They got the same notice. Stalker dart gun. Oh. Oh, that's just a weapon. Why was there a stalker here? Did they corrupt a stalker or override it? I thought I saw another examination point. Yeah, I did. Right over there. Let's go. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, it's Varl. God damn it, Varl. Did they just want us to go to Varl? No, okay, there's some stuff over here. Have a good night, kitten. Supply. Oh, they're just supply caches. I thought they were things for us to find. I'll take those, though. Full stock.
Have a look around. I'll wait here.
Okay, look around for what? I don't see anything else. Do I need to... Am I supposed to talk to Aaron?
You done looking around?
Almost.
I don't see anything else. Wait. Ah, son of a... Here it is. They were waiting. They were
Looks like the
waiting.
rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Okay, that's some shitty placement, to be honest. That is some really shitty placement.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon.
Was this a trap
The Zeniths
set
have
by
a personal
Silence?
shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Osram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Aletheia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
The fact that they are saying they're not sure and they're having that conversation now is filling me with some doubt. Because I would have assumed it was Aletheia. Could it be Beta? Could Beta have escaped? Or been lost? Could Beta be the source of the transmission? Maybe. Because they've absolutely treated Beta like an asset.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay.
Stay
Shows up, I'll
hidden, dumbass. Don't try to fight it. Which means get in the friggin' bushes. God, these people are dumb. Oh. This was another facility.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah.
And Gaia didn't know about this.
So maybe they were after Aletheia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
I'm starting to feel like that might be too easy. Yeah, this is starting to feel a little too easy. The fact that Gaia didn't know about this is concerning. 60, 20... I wonder if it could be a room number. Alright, can we get a scan on what these are? Like, are we able to see? I thought it said something at first, but no, it's just a symbol. I was really hoping to get a scan to see what these are. Let's start with here.
Looks like some kind of data center. You might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Command log. Entry 98523, storage units accessed. Data transfer initiated. Operations suspended. Fusion reactor on standby mode. Download initiated. Beamcast initiated. Destination redacted. So these are entry numbers, but there's no date data to go with them. When did this happen? When? Transmitter. Okay. I'll bite. Oh, that is some Zenith technology right there.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Okay, so that is very much Zenith technology. It follows a lot of their design aesthetics. Whatever it is. Of course, there isn't any date data. You don't take data on a date. Why not? Data's fun. Data can be enjoyable. That's a locked door. Can I pry it open? Data likes to have a good time too, Gak. I mean, have you seen Star Trek Generations? I mean, Data has a really good time at parties. I don't. Okay, so I can't get over there, but is there anything? No? No? Okay, so this is a dead end, it looks like. So we are supposed to stay in this room, it looks like. The Zeniths did make it into this area. That much is certain. I am going to take a stab, though, that this is an older log because it's on a personal device. Oh, can I actually... Oh, I can actually access this, can I? Oh, I didn't realize I could touch this.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
Why would the Far Zenith people...
If it was ever here, then probably.
So why would the Far Zenith people care about
why were the
data
Zeniths still
house
searching
here?
for the asset?
That too.
Let's keep looking around.
Like, something is not right.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
It's okay. There's plenty of time, Varl. We could find something to blow up. I've got explosive javelins. I can always throw those at something. So why is this facility just buried in a mountain? Bunker door. And we go through here. Okay, there's a supply cache. Let's take that. Another data log. Priority shift. From Song Jiao to Far Zenith research staff. Priority shift. All. As you will undoubtedly have heard by now, we have lost the brightest star among us. Research on ectogenesis for the Odyssey was near and dear to Peter, and on behalf of the new High Council, I commend you for all your efforts and great strides made over the last several years. Yet as we mourn our founder, we must also keep our gaze on the bright future ahead. To that end, we will be shifting project priorities. Over the coming days, you will be briefed on exciting developments in longevity research from our Tokyo and Lagos facilities, with new assignments to follow. In the meantime, all ectogenic chambers should be moved to storage. Refer to your leads with any questions. So, why exactly would the people for Far Zenith not just immediately jump
Find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
to help the
so.
Zero Dawn project once Odyssey blew up? So they said. August 19, 2064. Data Corrupted has seen a significant improvement, decreasing the time between touch-ups that commercially available treatments like Osmanthus's Rejuve gene require. As for Malik's team, the latest reports from their neurophysiology experiments seem promising, and with the supplementary data provided by our Tokyo facility, we seem to be closing in on functional first-generation implants. Meanwhile, our friends in Zurich have sent over their findings on WBE. Mixed results, a couple of promising avenues, but anything bordering on real digital transcendence looks to be decades away, if not data corrupted. Okay, so they're talking about the digital singularity. Interesting. And what they mean by that is the moment that you can upload a human consciousness to a computer and have them still maintain that consciousness. I got a bad feeling about this.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things.
For their own benefit. Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I got a bad feeling about this, Chewie.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
One can
If it
hope.
is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
Why couldn't they find it?
So,
It's a supply chest.
how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Good old Varl.
He's loyal.
Or not Varl, Aaron, sorry. Good old Aaron. That's exactly what he would do. So,
Stuff for the stash.
Aloy, just a bit of advice here. I would not eat any meat that you find in any of these chests because they predate the apocalypse. Just putting that out there. It's jerky. It lasts a little forever. That is not how that works, Gak. That is not how jerky works. Preservatives slow decay. They don't eliminate
The
it.
control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
237 is what we're looking for. We're looking for the, storage position 230. Enter code.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
A secret container.
I should
What would be here that's so secret? No! No way!
Aloy. It's you.
Beta?
Skin's like ice.
Cryogenics?
Must have cut this from her head. But why?
That's Xena technology.
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief.
I was
I
right.
have a few minutes before my keepers discover
I was
anything.
right.
Still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsineth. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now.
They have... Oh, that's why she couldn't find them.
But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
Yes, they do. Oh! No, they don't!
You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So she's
still alive.
She was cryogenically frozen. Oh, this can't be good.
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
Varl, get her out of here. I'll deal with whatever this
Things
is.
just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
Oh, great.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Yes, please.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
All right. Okay. This was a... What? Okay. So, I was apparently right. And, yeah, it was... I am mildly curious how she got away. How did she get away? And where is the Spectre coming from? Oh, crap. Here it comes. Where? There it is. Agate's weak to corruption and plasma. Things I don't have. Good. Good to know. Oh, this didn't work, did it? It knows I'm here. Yeah. It knows I'm here. Cool.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Ow. Okay, so can I... Oh, shit. I have cornered myself. Oh, God.
Should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
It probably doesn't, but we're gonna try.
That thing's quick.
Not really. Nice. Oh, ouch. Ow, that hurt. Ah, oh. They got friggin' quills. Okay, so they got guns in there that I can potentially...
I need to get my stamina.
Ow, stamina. I need more stamina. Okay, that was bad. Is it using nanomachines? Very possible. What is it doing? It's almost like it can't see me. You move the guns! There we go. Oh, okay, that was a clip. Okay. Okay, these things are not playing. Nice. I got a gun hit. These things are dangerous. With a capital D. Jesus, fuck. I might be in trouble. Oh, that, of course, was terribly planned by me. You're just gonna sit there, I'll take it. Okay, I did not expect it to do the fire, but cool. Missed out! Oh, how did I miss that shot? Damn. Ow. Okay, I couldn't see what it was doing, unfortunately. Nice. Good hit. I'm hoping to knock one of those guns off. Give me a good shot. Give me a good hit. Give me a good hit. Give me the gun. Oh, not knocking the guns off yet, still. I'm getting a rhythm for it at least now. Oh, this thing is just not happy. A little bit more. Ah! That was a fast beat. I had no chance. I had no opportunity to get to that one. I'm trying to see if I can get the get the cannon. Oh, still not enough. Thing. This thing is just tanky as shit. Ow. Jesus, come on! No, fuck you, I'm done. I'm done. Whatever, die.
There.
Jesus.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Not really.
I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Oh, there's another one, isn't
once the
there?
coast is clear.
There's another one.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre.
Yep.
I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Please. Do I get to stay in cover for a bit? That would be cool. How the heck do I get out of here now? Is this the way? I think, yeah, it is. Yeah, because there's the, that's where the core was. So I was right. They were looking for Beta.
Aloy.
How did Beta get away? There's my question.
It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
I'm coming, buddy.
Just hurry.
Coming as quick as I can.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
Yeah, it's alright. I got you. Don't kill Aaron, please. Don't kill him,
Aaron,
game.
I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put.
Oh.
See what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might
Okay.
be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. I need to sneak around behind it. Take that thing head on.
Get some berries. Try to take the way around. I don't think it can see me over here at all. No, it can. Refill my pouch as best I can.
I could use it against the Spectre.
I don't know if that's a great idea, Aloy. Okay, here we go.
Shield's down. It's on the move.
Hey, here we go. Ow, 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 ow. You gonna help now, Aaron? I'd appreciate it, buddy. No, sir. No, sir. Not today. Ice! Nope. Oh. I'm working on it. Okay, we having fun now. Ah. I was trying to time the iframes on that one, and I just did it really badly. Jesus. Ooh, stun. Ow, that hurt. That was a bad move. Got it. Okay, those things are no joke. Holy hell. Ooh. That looks important.
Aloy, she's...
Looks just like
Look,
you.
I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She
love
needs a
this
healer.
guy.
But we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right.
You need to keep her warm.
Well, what are we waiting for then?
How are you going to get her down the cliff?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
How are you getting her down the cliff? Like, I need to know the answer to that.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths
I have
won't
no
be
more
so
medicinal
invincible
berries.
after
That's
all.
not good. Well, first things first, where's the Spectre so I can loot its corpse? Because I would like to have more materials from it. Yeah, this feels like nanotech.
The snowfall is blanketing the land.
Like, it's the only way that explains how... Maybe not entirely nanotech, but I'm thinking like a nanotech shell for like the armor and such to make also its melee weapons. I think it's a nanotech armor built around a core that is just basically mechanical. What is it?
No.
Of course it disintegrated.
Damn it.
Maybe an EMP or something?
It's better than nothing.
Well, maybe Gaia can tell us what that is. Okay.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can
Let's go.
replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths.
Let's go.
I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Welcome back.
We need to talk. Because we got big problems because they have Apollo, Artemis, and Aletheia already. Is that enough for them to go after Hephaestus? That's the concern I have.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it.
What is it? It seems to be based on their
Complete.
technology almost.
By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb...
But we also have
Hephaestus.
their Gaia,
Right.
too.
One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better check on the clone before I head back out there.
Yes. She retreated to the maintenance corridor directly below us. Varl is with
Can I just jump over the side? Is that a thing?
Thanks, Gaia.
Oh, okay. So it's I can't get down below this room without actually going below this room. Okay, so clearly not just electrical in nature. Silence has obviously stumbled across some tech that is quite advanced. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Where's the way
Door's unlocked
down?
now.
Looking for the way down. Maybe this way?
Looks like Arendt and Catalo moved their stuff in.
Okay, okay. Where is the way down?
Holograms.
Ooh.
Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment
Oh.
to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Our Zenith shuttle. It's another collectible room. Oh, this is cool. I like this. They have a lot of spots here for collectibles, and I think that's very neat. Alright, I'm trying to figure out how do you get to the room below us now? Because I've, like, checked all of the rooms. Is that it? Ah! There we go. Seems like a weird place to have brought her, Varl. I think this is where he brought her, at least.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
That can't be good.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory free.
It's a control mechanism for
Everything
clones.
Unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
I got plenty of focuses.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
Might
About
be
you
nice.
and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you?
How did you get away?
I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not
what?
their descendants. It's them. The same ones who
What?
left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How is that possible?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all.
No, what do they want?
I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
We figured that. Okay, so that... So the claim here is that it's the actual people from the Odyssey? Oh, that's some heavy shit. You'd want to escape too and not be followed? I mean, I understand. Far Zenith, like, that motivation based on their other stuff makes perfect sense that they do that because they're secretive fucks. And they're greedy and shit, but this takes it to a whole other level.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that?
The far zenith people,
Without
obviously.
their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you.
Yeah.
Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me
I
I
didn't
was
really have
born
much
to
choice.
interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia.
They
But
lied.
they must have made me
Yeah.
so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So how are they going to reboot Earth? Are they the ones behind the corruption plague?
So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise.
Surprise, I'm here. Oh, this is some heavy shit.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth.
Yep.
What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always...
Verbena's dead.
Eric.
Well...
He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know.
But, okay. Let's think about this for a second. Verbena's dead. We assume. If they have the technology to... Okay, so let's just say that they don't clone Verbena and they get a brand new Verbena. We have a brand new Dr. Sobek here. I'm thinking Verbena's not dead. Also, the fact that we've only named 4 of them, are there only 4? Or are those just the 4 that she's familiar with? There is a lot of potential shit that's going on that's being kicked up by this dialogue.
You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
That seems accurate. Was her corpse still there when we came back up? I didn't look, Kirby. I didn't even think about it. But, I mean, she was dead when we were up there. So, there's 3 possibilities. 1, she's dead. She's deader than a doornail. She's gone. 2, they took the corpse, which seems unlikely because, according to Aaron, there were only 2 Spectres. We blew both of them up, so there would be no way to get her corpse out of there. But they could have used they could have used their advanced technology, pharmaceuticals, etc., to potentially revive her. 3rd, they create more clones. When the first Verbena dies, or the first Eric dies, they make a new one. The fact that we're talking about the idea of digital ascension makes me believe that they have the ability to stick a consciousness into a computer And if they can stick it into a computer, who's to say they can't stick the consciousness from the computer back into a person?
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived.
Yeah, that feels a little fishy.
Sirius.
That feels a little iffy. I'm going to press X to doubt on that one. It's like you never played Nier 2. Well, you can't apply Nier logic to Forbidden West, Gak. It doesn't work that way. They're not the same universe.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
This is what I
Before
want
the
to
Hades
know.
Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds.
But
Then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
To escape.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
We don't know
I'm
yet.
looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission.
Clever
and I
girl.
distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
Clever.
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
But tell me the answer. It's Disney magic. Ah, you're not supposed to spoil us, Emmy. God darn it. I was looking forward to that reveal.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
Not really
That wasn't
important.
part of the archive I was allowed to access.
I mean, it doesn't really tell it. We don't need to know that information. It's not so much the why or the how. We're concerned that they did it. That's all we got to care about.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
Uh-huh.
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo
That's
database.
right, because they had Apollo.
Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only it was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge just out of reach must have been frustrating.
Figured you rip off the Band-Aid now and save me the pain later. Well, it does kind of lessen the dramatic turns of the reveal when it comes, but you know what? I guess you're probably right. We're gonna let her rest, though.
I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long?
How long what?
You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not!
Don't get mad at us!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are going to die.
Hey. Calm
Deep
down.
breaths, Beta. Deep breaths.
You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
If we're so far behind, help us get ahead.
And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
Be nice. She's been through a lot.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
She has been through a lot.
So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
We'll find them. It's going to take a little bit longer than we expected, but we'll find them. Alright. So we managed to get Aether back to Gaia. We got sent on maybe not quite a wild goose chase to get Aletheia. We did come away with it with a lot more information from Beta, as well as other things, in that the Zeniths are not unbeatable, which is a really big thing here. But we have a whole host of other problems that have now been brought up to this. So we do need to find Poseidon and Demeter, and we need to do it quick. But I think that we are going to have to wait for the next step of our journey in recovering the AIs until our next episode, folks. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed the show, and I look forward to having you here for the next one.